Hello, tarot lovers. Welcome back to my channel, Tantra and Tarot with Kelly. Today, we're going to be doing love readings for all signs for November. And I'd like to go ahead and start by saying happy birthday to all Scorpios. You can go ahead and watch for your sun, moon, rising, or Venus today. And I'm going to be using the Cosmic Tarot today for the readings, along with the Animal Spirit deck, the Romance Angels, and the Moonology deck. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and start with Scorpio. So please use the timestamps below if you'd like to jump ahead to your sign. I will be using those decks I mentioned, and I'm just going to go ahead and get started. And if I didn't mention, please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. It does help me grow as a channel, and I really appreciate it. So, all right. Well, I'm going to shuffle a couple times here for Scorpio, and then we're just going to jump right into it. So this month, we're going to be focusing on the eclipse cycles that are going to be happening in two different areas of your zodiac sign. So for example, if you are a Scorpio rising, then you will have the upcoming eclipse in your seventh house, and the eclipse that we just had was in your first house, if we're talking whole sign houses. And what's great about that is that you can tell the areas of your life that the eclipse is going to be affecting. So this is the total eclipse of the heart tarot readings, and we'll talk about which houses that will be affecting for every sign. So I hope you enjoy that. And here we are for Scorpio. I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck and see what we have. So for you, Scorpio, you have the North Node, which is conjunct Uranus right now in your seventh house. So the eclipse that we are having on November 8th will be happening in your seventh house of relationships. And the one that we just had on the 25th happened in your first house of self. So let's see what we have for Scorpio. Bottom of the deck, when I cut, we've got the World card. So there may have been a completion or an ending to a cycle, which speaks loudly of these eclipses, because we do have things that begin and end, like they get eclipsed out of your life, or just cycles that are completed based on what you have been focusing your energy on. So there could just be a feeling of like, wow, I graduated from a particular energy and now I'm ready to move on into a new area of my life. So the World sign could represent also a fixed sign, such as you, like a Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, or a Taurus. So you could be connecting with one of those. At the bottom of the deck, when I cut, I have the Tower card, which does not surprise me too much, because we do have a lot of guided changes right now, universally guided changes. So you may have felt that there could be a breakup or a three-party situation that came to a head. I did drop a couple of the cards for the Animal Spirit. I'll pick those up in a second. I'm going to go ahead and get your Romance Angel, and then we'll grab the Animal Spirit card last. So so the Tower can be a major event. It could really feel like something came in and just cleared the old structures away, that what used to be there to define what is going on is now no longer there. So like I said, it could be a breakup, or it could be a job change, or just something very specific that is like, okay, it's no longer the way it was in the past, and I can't go back to the past, but you can create a new future based on what it is that you're moving towards now. So let me grab those cards on the ground that we had, and we will pick one of these for your Animal card. I'm going to just mix up the ones that dropped on the ground, and we're going to pick this one. Okay. And we just need one more card, your Romance or your Moonology card. And we will talk about what's going on here with these cards. So it could feel a little intense right now. It could feel like you can't control outcomes, which is nice for Scorpio to be able to have their finger on what's going to happen next. But now is not the time for that. It could just feel like, well, F it. Just whatever happened, I'm just going to let it go in the past. I'm going to have that South Node just sweep through and clear out what isn't necessary in my life anymore. You may also be connecting, however, with another Scorpio type. So, all right, let's see what we have. The main energy I have for Scorpio is the Magician. The past energy is the Two of Swords. Present energy, Two of Wands. Future energy I have for Scorpio is the Six of Swords. And for your animal spirit card, we have the Tiger. Moonology. Wow, perfect. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse, which was the one we just had, the solar eclipse that we just had in Scorpio. So that energy is absolutely here for you. And the card I have for your romance angel is playfulness. So what do I feel that this is going to represent for you in the month of November? Well, I think that there is just going to be more surprises, more manifestation energy, more new beginnings. You're going to be looking at all of the areas and elements that you have at your disposal to help create change in your life. So you're going to be using your wit, your creativity, your deep feelings and emotions, along with that which you can manifest on the material plane to bring about change, to manifest what you want in a way that could have some surprising results. And or you may just feel some magical type energy coming into your world. You're like, how did that happen? How did I get all that extra money in my account? How did that guy I wanted to hook up with just finally call me out of nowhere? Well, be ready for anything. Be ready for anything with the new North Node lunar eclipse that's coming up in Taurus. It will be conjunct Uranus, so it could be a lot of surprises coming in, and it looks like we're seeing that with your chart, absolutely. But with the past energy being the Two of Swords, there was a decision that you had to make. There was something that you may have had to cut off, or there is something that you had to choose which path you were going to go on. And this may have had to happen before you knew what was going to occur next, that you possibly said to yourself, okay, I don't know what's going to happen next. I have to have faith. I have to have trust. And so I need to make a decision. So here's the decision I'm going to make. Maybe for better or for worse. It may not have been something that was easy to do. However, it needed to happen. So here you are, you've made a decision, or you are about to make a decision, and then you'll be sitting there at the helm looking at what's going to come next. You're going to be in that doorway of opportunity, trying to decide, okay, where do I want to take my my energy now? Where do I want to go? Do I want to make plans with somebody? There could be some good possibilities coming in, but maybe you aren't quite ready to take the next step. So some brainstorming going on, some decisions that are going to be made will help you figure out where you're going to go next. And there's nothing wrong with looking at your possibilities at this time. So what's good about all of that, that if there was any conflict, say this tower came in and it was just like, wow, I was not expecting that. Like I said, it could have been a breakup. Maybe you're going through a divorce, could be something also positive, like I got that new job I wanted, but it's going to be a lot of hard work, that it is going to bring you more peace in your world. This is the Six of Swords. You're going to be sailing into calmer waters. You're going to be taking the conflict of the past and organizing it in such a way that you are not feeling as bombarded by maybe extra thoughts of conflict, or maybe conversations that were hard to have. But now you're going to be finding that peace from within and sharing it with those whom you love. And yeah, you may be connecting, like I said, with with another Scorpio, with a fixed sign. And I also feel a strong Gemini or Virgo in your chart because of this Mercurial card. So you may be connecting with a Gemini or a Virgo, and that connection could just be a lot of fun right now. You may be just like, okay, I don't want to take things so seriously. Yeah, there's been some big changes. And so moving forward, I'm just going to have more of a lighthearted month. I don't want to feel like things are extremely serious. Maybe you're just dating right now. You're like, no, we aren't ready for a relationship yet. It's just going to be for fun for now. So trying to have some fun while all these intense changes are going on. I'm excited to hear from my Scorpio friends what in fact did get eclipsed out of your life, because when the sun or the moon comes around and blocks out the light of the other, there is this darkness period in which we are not getting that illumination from the sun or the moon. And so we are missing that transmission. And in that interruption is when things do go a little different than planned. So enjoy that though. Enjoy the time of change, because it does allow for more opportunities to come in. When things are changing, opportunities open up, and that is where you can find a new doorway. So exciting for you. And with this tiger card, we see that lunar energy and tiger energy is going to be fierce, and you're going to take your spiritual self into these more challenging situations in a successful way. You're going to be the king of such this upcoming month, because no one's going to mess with this guy here. So finding your strength and finding your intuition is going to be really important to help lead you in the right direction. So yeah, so using that fiery element, allowing yourself to have the power you deserve, and feeling confident moving forward, like this big, beautiful cat here. So yeah, you could be connecting with some cats, maybe some cat-like people. All right. All right. So that's what I have for Scorpio. So we're going to keep moving forward. We're going to move next on to Sagittarius. So Sag, let's talk about which elements are in your sign right now. We have the North Node is in your 6th house, and the South Node is in your 12th house. So what do those houses represent? Well, the 6th house is the house of Virgo. So you could be focusing on Virgo type things, getting more organized, focusing on your health, working through. And as I'm shuffling, I get the Chariot card. It could be working through having your head and your heart on the same page, or possibly connecting with a Cancer. So Sag, yeah, the South Node is in your 12th house. And so what we're going to do is we're going to just focus on what spiritual elements in your life you may be wanting to just change at this time. You may have some spiritual things that come up in your world, maybe a belief system that you are no longer just feeling anymore. You may just be transforming these areas of your life that needed to change your philosophy. So a new philosophy is what we're looking at for Sagittarius right now, and in a new healthy way, so that you feel like your body's fit, your mind is fit, you're getting organized, you're more on top of things, but still some surprises in that way. You may just feel like you are ready for a little rest or a little pause. So we'll see what the cards have to say about all that. All right, so we're going to take a Romance Angel, and then I'm going to get an animal card for Sagittarius. Let's see which one we want for Sag. But yeah, so for how does that relate to your love life? Well, I don't think that shallow relationships are going to be serving you right now. You probably just want to have some peace in your world. Okay, we're going to take an animal card, and then I'll take a Moonology card. All right, so other planets that could be affecting you right now. I do have another wheel of planets here for Sagittarius. In your 4th house, we've got Neptune, and in your, that's what's trining you right now. Let's say we don't really have anything in fire. We have Chiron and Aries, so that could still be causing you some to move through some pain at this time. So if you're moving through some pain, then just let it flow. Hopefully it's coming through pretty easily for you at this time. Hopefully it's not too big of a challenge. All right, one more shuffle, and then I'll cut the deck for Sagittarius. All right, cut the deck. Bottom of the deck for Sagittarius, we have the Prince of Pentacles. Could be connecting with a younger earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Could be a child in your life right now. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. Someone's thinking about you, or you're thinking a lot about someone. Perhaps it's this King of Wands that we have here at the beginning. The main energy being the King of Wands, the past energy we have is the Nine of Cups. The current energy we have is the Wheel of Fortune. You may be connecting with another Sagittarius. And the future energy we have is the Hermit card. So let's see what moon cards we have. We have, oh, I love it. Look at this. It almost looks like an eclipse here. We've got a new start is coming, new moon. Oh, interesting. Your love energy card we have here is separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. And we have the gazelle for your animal spirit card. So what does this say to me? Well, I really strongly feel that you're connecting with a very fiery leader of sorts. This is the King of Wands, or this could be you. You could be connecting with a strong masculine who really has a lot of vision right now, or you could be feeling extra visionary yourself at this time. Maybe extra creative as well with that energy in your 12th house, with the South Node in your 12th house. It could also feel extra creative or creative in the home with Neptune in the 4th. So we'll see how that goes here. With the past energy being the Nine of Cups, you may have felt that there was a wish that was out there for yourself that is now starting to come true, which is really exciting for Sag. So you may have just felt like there's something I deserve and I'm going to put my heart towards it. You may be making your wishes on the 11/11s and feeling like it's your time. And so I think that it is towards the beginning of the month. You may be just feeling like a long-term wish you had is actually coming true now, which is awesome. And who you could be connecting with is somebody else who has your type of Jupiterian energy. So perhaps a Pisces or another Sagittarius, but I see things going really well for you this month, regardless of who you're connecting with. I see that there is a positive change coming around for you in November here right before your birthday month. You're going to have a lot of positive changes coming in and surprises where maybe what you were owed is finally due. You're like, oh, wow, I've been waiting for that for a while. And here it is. And it was what I was hoping for. So it seems to be very, very positive energy for you. Woo. You may also be connecting with a Virgo as well. We do have the Hermit card, and you do have that energy in your 6th house, like we talked about with the North Node and Uranus. So that Virgo energy could be extra strong for you right now. You could be analyzing things from different perspectives to try to figure out what is your inner truth at this time. With that, like we said, South Node through the 12th, could be releasing old belief systems and trying to determine where it is that your heart lies at this time. So interestingly enough, it could, like we said, be some more alone time. We do have separation and the Hermit, which both speak of being on your own and figuring things out without maybe a partner that you have had in the past. And maybe that was your wish, that you would have some extra time on your own, some time to work through what it is that you are looking forward to and not what everybody else is putting on your plate. So that can be very good. And when you're spending more alone time and you're having that reflection, just do it with grace and style. The gazelle can move very quickly, but also very gracefully. And in that fiery element and the simplicity of the world, not feeling afraid if you're vulnerable right now. The gazelle is a very vulnerable animal in the middle of the African plain, as these are surrounded by lions and tigers. If you feel like there's these maybe these bigger energies around you and you want to run, just run with grace. Just exit where you need to exit and do so in a graceful way, or find yourself feeling more free with every step. So I think that is your new start, is just this feeling of freedom, a beautiful set of changes coming in that you had hoped for, and very possibly connecting with a fiery male, either a Leo, a Sagittarius, or an Aries type. So have fun with that, Sagittarius. It sounds like a great month to me. Maybe a little bit of private time. Oh, and let's mention on this Ace of Swords, this could be the sword that you're using to just cut things off. Could be that Eclipse sword that you're using to get rid of what you don't want. But someone also may be thinking about you or finding some clarity in what it is that you have in your relationship together. So Could be fun. We'll see what happens. All right, there we go, Sag. That's the end of your reading. Okay, so next up, we're moving on to Capricorn. So Capricorn and our total eclipse of the heart readings, we're going to be talking about where that north and south node are affecting you and your world right now. So for Capricorn, you have the north node in your 5th house and the south node in your 11th house. So we just had a south node solar eclipse in your 11th house. So you may have found some changes with your friend group. You may be finding that people that used to hang out with in your community right now, that you aren't spending as much time with the same old players, that you could be just reworking who community is for you. So I did take an animal card for Capricorn. We're going to take a romance angel, and then the north node, which is conjunct Uranus, which will be our solar, our lunar eclipse that's coming up here on November 8th. The lunar eclipse is going to be conjunct Uranus in your 5th house. So that could be some romantic surprises coming up here in the next few weeks as we're in between these two eclipses, as we're in our eclipse sandwich. So the last one that we had was conjunct Venus, and that was in your 11th house, like we said, which is ruled by Aquarius. And then the north node, which is in Taurus, is the house of Leo. So the house of Leo for your 5th house. So it's, I know, a little confusing, but all right. So let's see what exciting things are going to happen in your 5th house of romance this month. Okay. As you're saying goodbye, possibly to old friends, and you're saying hello to new lovers, maybe. So let's see who those lovers are going to be. Let's see here. Did I want to shuffle this one more time and then cut the deck for Capricorn for love for November? Let's see what we got. Bottom of the deck when I cut, I've got the 3 of Swords. Could be some healing going on as it dealt with pain or a 3-party situation. There may be even a breakup looming, or there may have been a cheating situation. However, the 3 of Swords can also represent healing the heart from past pain. So you may know exactly what that means for you. Bottom of the deck, here's your card showing up in your own reading, the Devil. Speak at the devil, and here it is. Past energy we have for you is the 7 of Wands. Main energy I have is the Hanged Man. Could be connecting with a Pisces or another Capricorn, of course, with the Devil. Center of the reading, 8 of Cups. Future energy, 5 of Cups. Here's another Pisces energy for you. Your animal spirit card is the Fish. The Moonology card we have for you is North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. We just spoke about that. North Node in the 5th. And then we have romantic feelings, perfect for that romance in the 5th house. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So how do I see all this working for Capricorn this month? Well, you may have had to take a pause. You may have just been waiting for the moment of enlightenment. You could have had to be waiting on a partner or waiting on somebody else in your life. But either way, there will be a time at which that which you're waiting for is now come to completion. However, this patience that you've had to have, you are learning more about yourself with every day that you're hanging here waiting around. Maybe you're waiting for a Pisces, like we discovered earlier with this Fish card. Relationships could feel a little slippery, but that is why we have this lunar energy to help calm your nerves. And as you're being patient, you may also feel that you've had to stand your ground in some areas where you're like, this is the way I want it to go. I've had to be extra determined. I've had to be focused on what's important to me. And I've had to defend that. So what you've defended may have put you in a place that now you are spending some more time alone. Maybe you're just taking some quiet walks by yourself in the moonlight to reflect on relationships and how they're working for you at this time. Because if you've had to defend yourself and now you're on your own, and we saw that 3 of Swords at the beginning, you may have gone through a pain cycle of leaving a relationship, and now you're out searching for that cup. You're searching for that wish, that an internal love that you feel for yourself that then you can offer to somebody else. And the Two of Cups situation, well, right now, yeah, this guy just looks a little sad. You may have built up a lot surrounding a relationship that you've just had to walk away from, like the set of wine glasses you got for your wedding, and you're like, they're just going to stay in the cabinet here and I'm leaving. So if you're leaving your wedding wine glasses behind, and there's been some negativity that has happened in relationships where you feel like you need to apologize, or somebody's apologizing to you, just know that there's still 2 cups remaining. There's still hope for that relationship to have some healing to it. That even though you look to the past and you think, wow, maybe I messed something up here, maybe I missed something, and now I have some sadness surrounding it, just know that there's going to be better times in the future. And if you need to apologize to someone, there's no harm in apologizing. That could help release somebody else's pain, or somebody could be coming to you to help to release your pain. So yeah, if you're feeling like you just need that extra time to spend on your own, that could help you focus your attention in where it is that you are going, because it says step out of your comfort zone, and maybe being out of your comfort zone is being on your own. And that is what the North Node wants you to be experiencing right now, is a little bit more of a some peace where you're not having to stand your ground as much, where you can just say, listen, it is what it is. I'm going in this direction. I've got new opportunities coming up for me, new ways in which I'm going to be feeling romantic, new ways in which I'm going to be allowing relationships to surprise me. The ones that may have slipped away from you could be coming back, or you may be working through issues of codependency that you've had. There could be relationships where you really felt like you had to be together. You had to know what that person was up to, or you may connected to some things that weren't quite so healthy for you, like some addictions. Maybe you spend a lot of time on social media worrying about what everybody else is doing, or maybe you are going out and partying a little bit more than you normally do, and in hopes to escape some negative feelings. But this is a realization point. Realize what you're tying yourself to on the material plane that may not be bringing you happiness right now, and then defending what's still important to you. And if you have to say, sorry, I need some alone time to think about things, then that's what you should be doing. But I do like this romantic feelings. I do think that lightens up the mood, and focusing on your heart chakra and focusing on that energy and how it's going to bring you happiness in the future should be very positive for you. So yeah, just know that there are the relationships that may be going through changes, but seeing the glass as half full is definitely better than seeing the glass as half empty. So, all right, Capricorn, that's what I have for you for November. So next up, we're going to be moving on to Aquarius. And Aquarius, in our total eclipse of the heart, we're focusing on where those north and south node eclipses are affecting your chart right now, as we're in the middle of this eclipse sandwich. We had the south node eclipse that was in Scorpio in your 10th house. And then we have the north node eclipse that's going to be in Taurus in your 4th house here. The Taurus lunar eclipse is going to be on November 8th. And so that will be conjunct Uranus in your 4th house. So where you're moving towards right now could be some surprising changes in your home life. Maybe you're going to be moving. Maybe you're going to be focusing on your house. Maybe you need to maybe get a new roommate, or some sort of change in your home life. So we'll see what happens there. Either way, nurturing in that Cancerian way as you're moving forward. The 4th house is your house of home, which is ruled by Cancer. So yeah, just be open to any new and surprising changes that may come your way. Maybe you're looking to buy a house and the one you wanted just is now coming available and it works out for you. So it could be exciting. We got a moon card here and an animal spirit card. I'm going to take a romance angel, and then we'll shuffle up those tarot cards for you. But yeah, so you have right now, as I'm filming this on the first day of November, you have the moon in Aquarius, which will be moving through in a couple of days. And then you have Saturn in Aquarius at 18 degrees, which is just now moving forward again. So now we're going to see Saturn move all the way through the complete end of Aquarius. So that's a positive thing for you. Things that have been heavy will start to lighten up. This is going to be the third pass through some of these degrees. And you may feel like, okay, now I finally have worked through these heavier energies. I now feel that I've got my head on straight. I've learned some lessons about what isn't going to work for me. And I feel confident in where I'm moving forward, even though I've had to put a lot of hard work in. So, all right, we're going to cut the deck for Aquarius. Bottom of the deck, when I cut, Two of Wands, making some plans, looking at your possibilities, standing in the doorway after you've had maybe a spark of excitement. And now you're like, okay, what am I going to do with this spark? Got some options. I've got some things, some places I may be wanting to go. And where's that going to be? So it's a very creative time for you. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Magician. You could be connecting with a Gemini or a Virgo at this time. You could have some surprises happening as well. Like we said, some surprises in your 4th house, or we have the South Node in your 10th house. So that's been conjunct to Venus. So maybe some changes with work. Maybe you're leaving an old job and you're starting a new one, and that changes Venus money for you. So yeah, we'll see. Or it could be how you see yourself. The old storyline may just be maybe changing right now. So main energy for Aquarius, we have the Chariot card. So you could be connecting with a Cancer, but at this point, we're getting your head and your heart on the same page so that that Chariot can move forward. This could be like the idea of your car. Like maybe you did get a new car, but regardless, how can you drive your car forward if you want to be in 2 different places at the same time? You need to focus on how to have that success based on getting the dark horse and the white horse to run together, to run in unison, your shadow and your light, melding them in such a way that you aren't being held back by the dark elements, or the light isn't distracting you from integrating what you need to integrate. So feeling integrated. Past energy, we have the 7 of Cups, current energy, 2 of Swords, future energy. Interesting. I have this blank card that was in the deck. And so we're going to choose a new energy for the future. Okay. Future energy. We've got your energy here. We've got the Queen of Swords. So what else do we have? The Romance angel I have is children, which could also speak of that 4th house element, kids in the home and your own family and things of that nature. The Moonology card I have is Gibbous Moon. You're very close to achieving your goal, which is we're going towards a full moon right now. So we have a waxing moon. So this gibbous moon will come right before the full moon, which is going to be around the 6th of the 7th of the month. The full moon lunar eclipse is on the 8th. So just see how you're feeling, reflecting on how you're feeling on those days, because there is going to be a completion of sorts that happens soon afterwards. The animal spirit card I have for you is the elk, which is that grounded, earthly, fatherly type energy. So what does all of this mean for Aquarius for the month of November? Well, like we said, you could be connecting with a Cancer, or you could be connecting with somebody ruled by Mercury, like a Gemini or a Virgo, and or somebody like yourself, like an air sign female. So the 7 of Cups says that you've had some options. At this time, you may felt a little confusion, or there may have been some confusion in the past regarding what type of decision you want to make. Maybe you're dating multiple people at this time, or you could be dating online, and perhaps now you want to make a decision to get out of this ability to have all these choices. And so Two of Swords, we have to make a decision. And so what are you going to decide? And are you going to follow your head or your heart? And or those are now on the same page and it's one and the same, which could be making things a little bit easier to make a decision. But either way, a lot of times we have to have faith in the future when we're cutting something out that doesn't belong for us, knowing that there is going to be something else coming after we make a decision. So the blindfold is on until you choose. So you can drop one of the swords and head in a new direction, but you don't know what's going to happen in that direction until you make the decision. So being logical about it, knowing that you don't want to enter into any pain that you've had in the past, anything that's caused you to keep your guard up, you're going to be wanting to not experience that in the present. So being smart about things, being, like we said, logical, using your mind to put you in a scenario where you're like, okay, I've communicated well. I've said what I had to say. I've done that in a nice way. If you need to cut somebody off, making sure that you aren't being a bitch about it, maybe that can relate to this card. But so making sure you aren't hurting others in the process if you do have to say some words or be that more business type woman. Okay, so but either way, it looks beautiful. You are going to be connecting with children. You may have a lover who has children, or you may have children of your own, but that youthful spirit, that positive energy should be working well for you. And however children are affecting your love life, I would think that that would be an exciting time, especially as we are moving into the holiday season. Perhaps you're going to be visiting a sister or a friend who has kids over Thanksgiving, and that will just be opening your heart chakra. So I love that. And this elk energy, this is that fatherly type energy. It could be someone in your life, or this could be you or your father. What's interesting here is we have this solar eclipse that's happening, or could be a lunar eclipse here. So seeing how that eclipse energy as it relates to your 4th house or your 10th house, this could be a boss. This could be, like I said, your own dad, something that happened in your past when you were a child as it relates to your home, could just be very important at this time. So feeling responsible, feeling like you've got your head on straight, and feeling grounded and working with the masculine in a nice, responsible way. And as you're setting your goals, this could also maybe feel like that Saturnian father, that Saturn element that's been with you, your ruling planet, helping you become more grounded and make positive decisions. So as you're getting closer to that goal, now that we have Saturn moving forward, I feel like things will start to lighten up for you here. And yeah, there could be some surprises coming through. So just focus on what you want to manifest at this time and enjoy yourself doing it, because it's definitely going to be in your element this month. All right. Thanks so much for that, Aquarius. Next up, we're going to be moving on to Pisces. And Pisces, in our total eclipse of the heart reading, you have the North Node in your 3rd house and the South Node in your 9th house. So let's talk a little bit about what that means for your areas of life. So the eclipse that we just had in the South, on the South Node, was the new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio that happened on October 25th. And that happened in your area of life, which is ruled by Sagittarius, your 9th house. So you may be changing some philosophies, or changing what it is that you want to learn, or they may have had a belief system that you are shifting at this time. Or you may have done some traveling and you're like, maybe I don't want to go back to the same place I visited before. So either way, as this South Node sweeps through, see what it is that you're learning and reflecting on in more of a philosophical way that could be changing just your viewpoint and how you move through this world. So we did have a card fly out. I think it's important for us to see what that is. And I am going to call that your main energy, or we can shuffle it back up. Let's see what we got. Oh, we have the Prince of Cups. So I'm going to put this back in, but we'll talk about it for a second. So this is the Page of Cups. So we just feeling like could be connecting with a young water sign. We could be getting some kind messages coming through. You may be connecting with a child, or just feeling a sense of love as it relates to yourself, and just some gentle positivity. All right, let's see. We're going to cut the deck. So yeah, I could be connecting with a water sign. Bottom of the deck, when I cut, I've got the Nine of Swords. You may have had just some time of being in your head. The North Node that we have is moving in your house of communication, the house ruled by Gemini. And so all of those thoughts, Uranus and the North Node conjunct in your ninth house, may be a little overwhelming at this time. So if you feel anxiety, you may want to be focusing on some meditation or some ways to get out of your head, to slow the thought process down, to not be focusing on a lot of fear. However, if you've had some things come up that were unexpected as it pertains to communication, just being very mindful of, like I said, your thought process as to not create any conflict. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Princess of Cups. And so, yeah, like we said, so we had the and I just got this deck, so I'm realizing, okay, the Princess of Cups is the Page of Cups, and what we saw before was the Knight of Cups. So either way, both of these elements do speak of positive love messages coming through. This is more the younger element, and then the prince that we saw is the Knight of Cups, and that's going to be that boyfriend type. So maybe you have a new boyfriend. Perhaps there is a new water sign that has caught your attention. A new lover of types. Maybe you're just dating and it's kind of simple right now, but you may feel it's very positive about these kind of new love that you're experiencing. Main energy I have is the Two of Wands, past energy, Eight of Cups, current energy, Seven of Wands, future energy, Wheel of Fortune. I really like this as the future energy, because one of your ruling planets, the planet of Jupiter, which is represented by this card, has now moved back into Pisces. It's at 29 degrees, 38 minutes retrograde in Pisces right now. So that is, you still have your two ruling planets now back in your world here for a short period of time. So what are you going to do with that? That positivity as it's coming back for you to experience one more time? How are you going to be finishing up the journey with Jupiter? It seems to be that you're going to have some cool, positive things come into your world right now that maybe you weren't expecting, but you definitely deserved. As the wheel goes around, that karmic energy that you've put in comes to pay back. And hopefully in a way that's positive, if that's the type of work you've been trying to manifest at this time. Your animal spirit card I have is the cheetah. Moonology card, nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon. And your love angel is past life relationships. You have known each other before. So how do I feel all of this is relating to you in your November love reading? Well, like I said, I think you're absolutely going to be connecting with another water sign, because we have, like we saw, the Knight and the Page of Cups. So you could be connecting with another Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Cancer at this time. And in this month, I think you're going to be looking ahead and making some plans and looking at your possibilities of what may come. This is like looking at the whole globe, like you hold it in your hand and you're like, where do I want to go next? Maybe looking into that crystal ball, feeling like, what's coming up next? I've got some excitement. I've got a new spark, and where do I want to take my energy? And so, yeah, you may be making some plans with some friends for the future. You could be planning for some travel. Eight of Cups in the past says that you may have been spending some time alone. Maybe there was a relationship that you've decided to walk away from so that you can have some more time on your own to search out what it is that makes you happy, more of like a spiritual mission right now. You could be on more of a lone walk with yourself in order to determine what makes you happy and to defend your belief systems at this time. So be feeling a lot about those belief systems as we have Jupiter re-entering your sign. And what is it that you want to keep? And what is it that you want to get rid of right now? And what are you defending and why? What is it that you want to stand your ground on? And why is that important to you? So some good questions to ask could be relating to a relationship that has come back that may be in review right now, or it could feel like an old soulmate has returned to your world. So that could be, it could feel romantic. And if it's a positive relationship and they're sending love messages, just know we're going to play it by ear for the time being. It says nothing's set in stone yet. So we don't really know what's going to happen yet. We're just going to look at some possibilities and feel like, okay, maybe you're just having some conversations that are like, okay, well, if I am in a relationship, this is the type of relationship I want, or what's important to me as I'm connecting with somebody else. Those types of conversations are going to be important to you this month. And then you're just going to see where things go. And what's great is that it is going to feel positive. It may feel like new love. And I do think that there are going to be awesome opportunities coming in for you to connect on that deeper plane with somebody who shares your same belief system. And what's great is that we also have this very fun, fiery energy of the cheetah, which means we're going to be coming from the center out. You're going to be focusing your attention on your solar plexus right now. So how do you feel on the inside? And then you emanate out. So you're going to be possibly moving rather quickly, and you're going to be feeling just this solar energy as it's helping you keep your confidence and allow you to have that fiery creativity that Jupiter may be bringing into your life right now. So yeah, I think that sounds really exciting. I think it sounds good for romance. And either way, just if you feel like you need to stand your ground, doing so in a way that isn't going to cause extra arguments, but in general, I feel like it's really going to be a positive month of planning for you and looking at what's going to come ahead here soon. So enjoy that, Pisces. Next up, we've got Aries. And Aries, let's talk a little bit about what's going on in your world right now. We have Chiron and Aries moving retrograde at 13 degrees. We also have the North Node in your second house right now, and the South Node in your 8th house. So you may be making some changes as to how you interact with the world at large. Like maybe thinking about how you make money at this time. You may have some new job opportunities. You may be connecting more with that which brings you joy on more of a physical plane, like walking out to smell the roses, or enjoying some good food, or finding some new restaurant that you haven't been to in a while that you just really would like to check out, or any of those things as they deal with the 5 senses, moving towards how those are going to be affecting your relationships and your personal world. It could be working on your self-confidence and other things that make you feel good in your own skin. So yeah, and then we're going to be letting go of power struggles. We're going to be letting go of that which we need to let go of. The 8th house is ruled by Scorpio. So we may be feeling like there are some death and transformation type themes that are coming up at this time. How do you need to transform? What do you need to let go of? How does that relate to your idea of death and transformation? Maybe you did experience having to let go of somebody, actually letting go of somebody. But regardless, if this feels a little heavier for you right now, this cycle is only going to be lasting another 6 months. So stick with it, stick with the game. And you're learning a lot right now as it pertains to emotions. And if it feels a little heavy, just focus on, like we said, those things that, the sensual things in life, the touch, the smells, the tastes, the surprises that you can experience in those worlds. So bottom of the deck, when I cut, I've got the Princess of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. So you may be connecting with a younger water sign at this time, a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio, or you could just be feeling new love and feeling love for a child. And maybe that's easier right now to spend time with some younger people. Bottom of the deck, when I cut, I've got the Five of Cups. So you may have felt like something spilled in your relationships. There could have been just some sadness or some disappointment or some things that made you feel like, I don't know if this relationship's for me. You may be looking at that which has spilled instead of thinking that there could still be a chance for things to work out if we focus on the glass being half full as opposed to the glass being half empty. So watching some sadness right now as it moves through. What's great though, look what we have. The main energy for you we have is the Fool, which is one of your cards. So a fresh start. Which of the bags that you have left, which ones are you getting rid of? Just get rid of as much baggage as possible at this time, I think is what that South Node is teaching you, that anything that is too heavy isn't worth it. You want to be that lighthearted self. You want to feel like you are the child in the room, the one that comes in with the joy of not worrying about what could go wrong and excitement towards what can be in the new. And I just feel that that's going to be a really nice time for you here in November, because look what else we have. We have the Ace of Pentacles, opportunity dropping, money coming into your hands. This could also relate to that North Node being in your second house of Taurus. So a new job, a check in the mail, maybe you're getting some tax refund money, maybe you're getting some gifts coming to you right now in a monetary way, a Christmas bonus or something to that degree. And that is going to help you feel more confident. And it's going to help you work on the material plane a little bit easier, because whatever new opportunity, if you have the opportunity to have a new job, obviously that's going to be very beneficial if you need that money right now. And or it could be happening in your fourth house. This is the Four of Wands. And I'd like to think of this as your home life celebration. Could be going to a wedding. You may be feeling joy as you are even in your own space. You may be throwing a party or feeling like you want to celebrate something positive at this time. And the future we have is the Princess of Pentacles. So another princess card. We had that Princess of Cups and now the Princess of Pentacles. So we can be connecting with some younger energy, but this is also that mutable earth, much like a Virgo. You can be connecting with a Virgo at this time. And that may be bringing just some light dating, some opportunities to maybe go to a movie or go have some coffee or enjoy just a simple date. It doesn't have to be too complicated at this time. And that which makes you feel lighthearted and positive, and that it's something new. So it may not be the person you were dating last month. It could be somebody new, someone that you don't have the baggage with. And that's why we don't want to be sad anymore. You're like, I'm going to move on. I need to find that fresh spark for myself. So I'm feeling alive and I'm feeling like that Aries, that fiery Aries who you are. It says the Moon card, first quarter moon, your commitment is being tested. So there may have been a decision that you made at the new moon that we had on the 25th that was in your 8th house. And you may have decided that you set a goal for yourself. And now that goal, are you sticking to it? Are you sticking to the goal that you set at the new moon? Well, now is a testing time for you. We just had Saturn go direct, and that may feel like, okay, so I've learned some things and now I have to put them to practice. And if I get tested by the universe, am I going to respond in the old way? I'm going to respond in the new positive way. So checking your responses, making sure that there are responses and not reactions. I would say watch out for any being too quick this right now. Just trying to stay calm. It says stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So if there has been any disappointments, go ahead and stay optimistic. There's going to be positive new things coming in. And I think you may find some surprises too, as to how this relates to your own self-worth and your own value, so that you can be a fool at heart and allow yourself just to celebrate that which is coming, that is positive right now. All right. So good luck with that, Aries. Looks like it's going to be a good month for you. Next up, we're going to be moving on to Taurus. And Taurus, let's take a look at how these energies are going to be affecting you in our month of total eclipse of the heart. The South Node eclipse that we just had was in your 7th house, and the North Node eclipse is going to be in your 1st house. I did have a card fly out, so I want to take a look at that and see what that is and see how that's relating to your reading. Queen of Cups, you may be connecting with a water sign female, or this could be you at this time, just feeling extra receptive and waiting to see how those loving feelings are going to be coming in for you without trying to be the controller of it. We've had the Saturn squaring you along with Uranus in your sign. So yeah, if you've felt like there's been quite a few surprises, maybe you don't like the surprise element as much as somebody that likes to go slow and steady wins the race, that, you know, if then here you get zapped by a strike of lightning, it could feel a little uncomfortable for a while. But whatever changes you're moving through are going to be for the best good in the long run, even though they may be uncomfortable in the short run. So keep that in mind. Bottom of the deck, when I cut, I've got the 6 of Pentacles. So equal balance of give and take in whatever relationship you're in right now. Yeah, if you bought dinner this time, then they should buy dinner next time. Or if like say you have a friend that's going to come over and do some favors for you, making sure you pay the favor back. Maybe you're helping somebody move because they helped you move, or somebody bought you dinner last week, and so yeah, now's your turn to pay. So however that works, making sure that you aren't taking charity as well for as opposed to love. So if you're looking for somebody to love you and they're being they aren't giving you that attention, and you're like, oh, well, it's good enough. Well, maybe it's not good enough, you know? All right. So bottom of the deck, we've got the 8 of Wands, staying communicative, moving forward. You may be going on a trip. You could be planning for some travel. It could be some fast moving conversations coming in with a fire sign. We're going to get a moon card and a romance angel for you right now. So yeah, so having the North Node conjunct Uranus for this upcoming full moon lunar eclipse, it's going to be exact. It's going to be really a big moment here on November 8th. So just seeing how that's affecting you personally, because it's going to be in your 1st house, may just surprisingly feel like changing in a way that you haven't for a long time. Maybe 18 years has gone by since you've made changes like this in your life, and now you're ready. Again, once again, the universe is putting opportunities in your world so that you can have a different experience personally. And the South Node being in your 7th house, that may mean ending some relationships that didn't work for you. So South Node in the 7th, maybe there's old friendships or old partners that have tried to come back, or that you're ready to release at this time, that you no longer want them to be in your world. And if you do that, you know, doing that gracefully, doing that out of kindness and compassion, and hopefully people doing the same with you if it's coming from the other direction. So let's see what we have here. The animal spirit card I have is the Swan card. I wanted to pull that out first, just to kind of see where we're at. Swan card means that we could be spending some alone time writing or meditating. Let's see how the rest of these cards come into play with that. Ooh, the main energy I have for you is the Lovers. So you could be making a decision in your quiet moments as to which person you're interested in the most. You could also be connecting with a Gemini at this time. Past energy we have is the Ten of Swords. Looks like this person has been under a lot of stress and pain. You see all these swords flying at them and just this look of fear or terror on their eyes. So you don't want to go back to this. It's nice that this is in the past. And this may be some of the reasons why these relationships in your life are changing. You're like, I've been stabbed in the back too many times that way. There's no way I'm going to go back to a relationship like that. Or if they act like that again, it's just going to be over for me because I can't deal with stuff like that anymore. The pain of the past as it's being shown to you allows you to decide that you don't want to engage in it anymore. So it's just over. It's dead in the water, dead on arrival, however you want to see it. We have the Prince of Cups here in the middle though. So you may feel that you're ready for new love. This past energy isn't helpful. And so the new energy could be kind of a boyfriend of types or a water sign male that's coming in to show you something. Hopefully it's not a love bomber. This could be the love bomber, but it may be somebody that just has nice things to say, and maybe it just doesn't relate to a heavy relationship. But either way, they want to compliment you. I've had the most fun hanging out with you that I've had in a long time. Oh, well, awesome. But does that mean we're in a serious relationship? Not necessarily. Maybe you're looking at your options right now, but maybe you want to compliment somebody as to how great the time has been, or you may be feeling like you want to be someone's boyfriend, or somebody wants to be your girlfriend, or however that works. So having your options and looking at which one may be best for you, and then playing the game well, I think this month. Moving forward, you're going to be successful. That's what I said. We're going to be playing the game well. You're going to be finding success, going to be at the top of on your high horse, feeling like you did something well. So somebody may be complimenting you. Thanks for being such a great team player. You may want to ask somebody out on a date and they say yes, and you go out and have a blast. It could be this water sign, or it could be a Gemini. Let's see what the romance angel says. It says it could be unrequited love. However, there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And I really feel that this relates to the Ten of Swords. So you may have been an old lover that is working their way out of your life right now, and you just don't feel the same way you did before about this situation. The lovers often says that the person that you're relating with is teaching you about yourself through some kind of a mirror interaction. You see yourself in another, and that's teaching you more about yourself in relationships. So if that is what it feels like, then you may easily be able to recognize what isn't love, because it doesn't reflect that back to you. You're like, I don't feel the same about this person as I do somebody else. But you know what's awesome is we have this win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. Geez, full moon in Libra, win-win outcome. So that is very positive. So how is this win-win outcome going to come about? Well, it's going to come about with good communication. It's going to come about after you've spent some time alone to try to determine what the best move is going to be for you. Maybe you're doing some writing, maybe you're spending some time near water, and that's going to be beautiful. So yeah, I feel like it's going to be a really positive month for you. You're going to have love coming in, and you're going to know that which isn't love at this time as well. All right. Awesome. Thanks for that, Taurus. Next up, we're going to be moving on to Gemini. All right, Gemini, let's see what's going on for you in the total eclipse of the heart month. The past eclipse that we had that was on the South Node in Scorpio happened in your 6th house. And the new eclipse that we're having coming up on the 8th, the full moon lunar eclipse, is going to be happening in your 12th house. So what does all of that mean? Well, we'll see what the cards say here in a second, but let's talk about what it means in general terms. Well, with the South Node in your 6th, there may have been ways that you've been running your body or your world, your organized life that are changing. Maybe you want to go through and reorganize every single one of your closets. Maybe you've decided to join a new gym and have your old workout go away. Perhaps you were doing a lot of running outdoors and now you want to do yoga inside, or maybe you're trying a new cycling class and you aren't going to go to those yoga classes anymore. Whatever's feeling good. Perhaps you've decided to change your diet, and the old diet that you had, you aren't going to go back to. Maybe you've eliminated gluten, or you're trying to become a vegetarian or something like that right now. So however that works, know that the spiritual world, the 12th house, is going to be showing you the correct answers. And the house of Pisces. So you may be feeling extra creative. You could be feeling like you are being a little bit more dreamy with life. The dreamier side of Gemini could be coming through right now. And so how does that feel for you? What is the spiritual world teaching you right now that helps you change what it is that you're doing in the health area of your life? So could be a little complicated maybe, but all right, we've got a romance angel. I've got a moonology card. I'm going to grab a animal spirit card for you here for Gem for November, love. And then, yeah, I'm going to shuffle this just one more time so we get some fresh cards. And yeah, so we had that play out at the beginning. Now I'm trying to remember what it was. It's like maybe the Page of Cups. So we're going to cut the deck. Oh, it's the Queen of Cups. So feeling more receptive. And then perhaps you'll be spending a little bit more time alone. We have the Hermit card at the bottom. And then bottom of the deck, when I cut, we've got the Nine of Pentacles. So what does all of this say to me? Well, your main energy is the Queen of Swords. Your past energy is the Ten of Pentacles. Current energy, King of Swords. Ooh, we've got a divine couple there. Future energy, Seven of Pentacles. Your romance angel is Retreat. Your animal spirit card is Camel. And your moonology card is New Moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. So how is all this coming into play for Gemini for the month of November? Well, Gem, if you are connecting with somebody, it could be a Virgo, or it could be another air sign such as yourself. I feel like this is you in the reading. We have a divine couple here. So you could be one or the other, and you could be connecting with somebody of like mind. So you could be connecting with another air sign, another Gemini, an Aquarius, or a Libra at this time. So the past energy being 10 of Pentacles means that I feel that you really know what it's going to take to make you happy in your home life. You've had it all. You know what it feels like to have it all. And if that's coming to a close right now, just know that there's going to be more of that in the future. But this whole month may just feel like things are going really well for you. You may have a happy house. You may have a happy partner. The kids are doing well. Money's going well. Job's going well. And what does that mean? Well, we have the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, and that means you've been successful. You've had success in your material world right now. And maybe you're single, and it could be a single person. Perhaps you were in a relationship and now you're single, or maybe you're single and now you're having it all. One of those types of things. But either way, you're going to be cutting off with that which it doesn't serve, but doing so in a way that you're using your intelligence. You're being in your own self. I do want to, watch out for being maybe kind of harsh with people. Watch out for your words being a little harsh. We do have Mars that's slowing down and stationing to go retrograde right now in your sign. And so maybe be slowing down and really thinking about how we communicate with others. Maybe deciding that if you were feeling a little high and dry before, that there's going to be more of a romantic element coming into play as you connect with somebody of like mind. So, but either way, maybe you and your partner are just going to be analyzing a lot right now, and you're going to be looking at your numbers, and you're going to be looking at things that are more serious right now, maybe more serious minded this month as Mars slows down and starts to make its way backwards, as you're doing more self-reflection. And that could mean that things just have to go on pause. You may have to be waiting for something, or you're looking at your investments right now. It looks like money could be going really well for you. So where are you putting that extra money? What are you going to be investing in? And maybe you're looking at your 401k with your partner, and you're taking a serious mind about, where you want to go next with your finances. Perhaps you're buying a house, or you're looking at some kind of a retirement plan for yourself, or maybe even something even more exciting, like you're investing in a vacation property right now. It says retreat. So it says here, time to disconnect from the world. So you may just feel like this slowing down as Mars stations and goes retrograde in your sign. And that could be nice, just taking a break. And even more so, maybe taking a break somewhere out of town. The camel here travels well with that lunar energy. The lunar energy is going to be extremely strong this month, as we have that full moon exact lunar eclipse that is happening in your 12th house. So we feel dreaming of faraway lands, and at minimum, make sure you're drinking enough water. If you're going through a new health kick right now, then maybe that is incorporating more water into your diet. And but either way, if you're going on a trip, if you're going on a travel, I feel like it's going to go really well for you. It says here, you and your loved ones are safe. You may be connecting with a Cancer at this time, or like we said, another air sign. But either way, I think it's going to be a very beautiful month for you. This new moon in Cancer does happen right around your birthday time frame. It is going to be the month afterwards. So after you celebrate your birthday, you may find that there is a reflection of this time frame 6 months from now. So a lot of times these eclipse energies last 6 months. For whatever it is that you're leaving right now, there's going to be new starts coming absolutely here in the summertime. So just be patient with any of those processes. I know Mars isn't going to be done with its retrograde cycle in Gemini until the beginning of next year, and then Mars will be moving out of Gemini. I feel like around March timeframe. So just really using this time for positive self-reflection, getting into the more spiritual side, and really enjoying whatever it is that you are organizing in your world. So, all right, have fun with all of that, Gemini. And next up, we're going to be moving on to Cancer. So Cancer, let's talk a little bit more about what's going on for you during this total eclipse of the heart love reading. So the North Node is going to be in your 11th house right now, and the South Node is going to be in your 5th house. So the eclipse that we just had, that was in Scorpio, the solar eclipse, the new moon solar eclipse that was at about 2 degrees of Scorpio, that was likely in your 5th house. And then the lunar eclipse that we have here on November 8th is going to be happening in your 11th house. Yeah. So as you're sandwiched in between the two, 5th and the 11th, you may find that you have some old lovers that may be returning or leaving at this time for good. Bottom of the deck when I cut, I love it. I have the Ace of Cups. So yeah, it may feel like an old lover is going away, but you're getting a new friend. So North Node in the 11th house could talk of your friendships and your community. And then the South Node may talk of children, of old romances, and maybe even maybe you used to act in a play and you aren't acting in your play anymore. That inner child of yours could be going through a shift at this time. You may be feeling more joy as it pertains to your inner world as you're getting rid of things in your fifth house that may have been holding you back for a long time. So old romances may be coming to fruition. Maybe you're getting some apologies, or you're apologizing to some people that used to be in your world. And now you're able to open up doors to new friendships that are going to grow for you. We aren't sure how yet. We're going to see. So let's see here. We're going to take this moon energy card. We have a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. And then let's get a romance angel card and a spirit animal. So romance angel, we're going to go with this one. You deserve love, maybe from an Aries. We'll see. Deserve love from everybody, though, I feel like. So regardless of who it is, it says here that you are lovable, which absolutely, Cancer, you are always very lovable. You take care of so much for everybody else. Very interesting. The animal spirit card we have is the vulture, which is an air element, but that is also the purging of the old. I do want to mention at the bottom of the deck, we have the turtle card, which is my spirit animal, but I do like how that relates to Cancer, because Cancer, like the turtle, you also have a shell. So maybe you're being a little in your shell right now, trying to determine that which you have to purge. The vulture card can be a little ominous, but vultures are here for a good reason. Vultures are here to help clean up death. So, and that helps, it's a purification. So you may be going through a purification of sorts as it relates to old romances. And then you're going to be using that energy to help you clear the plate for something new coming in, which we aren't sure what that is yet, but bottom of the deck, and looks like you're going to be making some plans and looking at some opportunities of what that new thing is with the Two of Wands here. Main energy I have for you is the Prince of Wands. So yeah, that could be an Aries, like we talked about. You could be connecting with an Aries. But this is also the Knight of Wands. You could also be connecting with a Sagittarius or a Leo at this time. So couple of Wands cards going. Past energy. Oh, another Wand card. We have the Three of Wands. Current energy. Seven of Cups. I think this person's almost doing like child's pose right here. I don't know if that relates. I don't know if you're doing yoga right now. But future energy we have is the Three of Cups. So what does all this mean for Cancer, for love in November? Well, I think that your ships are going to be coming in. You have set some plans out there. There's things that you want to happen in your world right now. And as you're meditating on what those are, you may find that they start to happen for you. There could be this just fusion of energy that starts working for you. There could be a transformation of sorts as it relates to this fire. As you're going through this purification of your past romances, just know that there is going to be some new ones coming in. So if you have experienced some disappointment maybe in the past, you're going to have a lot more options this month. Seven of Cups. And it may be so many options that you could be a little confused. You're like, oh, head in the clouds. Look at all this interesting stuff going on. Maybe doing some online dating or looking around at your options, but only one of these options, Ace of Cups that we saw at the beginning, is going to be the right one. And that's going to be the one that connects you most to who you are as a person. So that self-love work that you're doing is going to help you feel a greater sense of connection as you're looking at options for your romantic world right now. So you could be dating around, you could be dating a fire sign. It could just be feeling like more playful energy. And yeah, you could be flirting. You could be going out with several people. You may have someone come back into your life, and it could be a renewal of sorts. You may find that you have someone from the past come back and you have this meeting up again. It could be a couple of friends, but either way, it feels like happiness in the future. You having maybe sharing a drink with a friend, maybe a couple of people, or there could be just a chance to reunite with somebody that you haven't seen in a while. So I really think that sounds exciting for you. It doesn't feel really heavy other than the fact that we do have to purify, and you may be in your shell a little bit as you're trying to determine which way to move forward, but moving forward in a slow yet steady way while having fun. I will say it says a fiery climax approaches. It could be some sexual energy coming your way, which could be fun. And yeah, you may just be enjoying a little bit of fantasy and having some fun time relating with friends and enjoying yourself. So as that North Node and Uranus connect for the new lunar energy that we're going to have here on November 8th, just know that it's really highlighting you getting out there and having fun with your friends and having time to relax and just enjoy the positive sides of life. So yeah, just remember that no matter what, you deserve love and you are lovable. So enjoy that, Cancer. All right. Next up, we're going to be looking at Leo. Leo, in your month of total eclipse of the heart, you have the North Node in your 10th house and the South Node in your 4th house. So let's talk a little bit about what that means. With the North Node in your 10th house, you could be having new opportunities as it relates to your job. Perhaps you've been starting a new job, or you're looking for new work or new ways to make money, and or your ego-driven sides of your life could just be getting some positivity right now. Maybe there is a storyline that has been running through your head, and you're like, wow, I wish I could just make it my own, that there's something out there that feels like I'm going to make it my own, and you do. And that may be surprising to you. You could get recognition for something that you've been looking for a while. You could find that you get a raise or a promotion or something like that, which would be very positive. And with the South Node in your 4th house, you could be moving away from an old home. Maybe you're selling your house, or perhaps there is a child that used to live in your home that's going off to college. And so the home life is changing, or maybe you're renovating your house, or getting some new roommates or something of that regard. So that's something home related. All right. So bottom of the deck, when I cut, I've got the Wheel of Fortune. So how does that relate? Well, could be, like we said, getting some surprises, but the world could be paying you back in ways that you deserve right now. You could find that there's some good luck and some good fortune coming to you. Bottom of the deck, you have the Prince of Cups. This has come out a few times so far. You could be relating to a water sign at this time, or it could be a new boyfriend or somebody that wants to send romantic love energies your way. I do say watch out a little bit for the love bomber, and making sure that those words are actually truthful. If they are coming to you with some words like, oh, I want to take you out, I want to date you, you look so beautiful today, blah, blah, blah. Make sure that they're good for their word, that they aren't just going to be trying to get their way by complimenting you. So, all right, main energy I have for you is the Justice card. So you may be connecting with a Libra. Past energy for Leo, we have the 10 of Cups. Beautiful. Current energy for Leo, we've got the Prince of Wands. This has also come out a bit. This is like the Knight of Wands. Could be also connecting with a fire sign like another Leo, a Sagittarius, or an Aries. Future energy I have for Leo is we have the Two of Cups. Ooh, beautiful. Here's your universally guided relationship. Yeah, so let's see here. I still need to get a Moonology card for you. So let's see what we have here. Moonology card. Ooh, it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Spirit animal card for Leo we have is the Crow. Ooh, I love it. gonna be more of that, maybe feeling a little psychic these days. So really getting in tune with the spiritual world. If there are blackbirds coming your way, know that that is a sign. So paying attention to the signs. And let's get a romance angel for you. Wants to be this one. Finances and career. We did talk a bit about that with the North Node being in your 10th house. So yeah, it may be more of a career-minded month for you, but either way, that's good because that does bring in the money and it does help with the positive self-worth and all of those good things. So it says it's time to take action. So where are you going to be taking action this month? Well, looks like you could be taking action as it relates to happiness in your relationships. The Justice card could relate to marriage. It could be contracts that you are engaging in with your loved one. In the past, we had a lot of happiness. You may have just been riding on that unicorn through the clouds. Could have just been like almost too good to be true. And if, you know, all good times do come to an end. So if this has happened in the past, know that there will be new positive relationships coming up for you in the future that you will be able to engage in. We have the Two of Cups in the future, but what does that mean between the past happiness and the Two of Cups in the future? Well, maybe you're just going to be going out on some dates. Maybe you're going to be looking for some new lovers. You're going to be playing the field, so to say. You're going to be using the fiery creative side of yourself to go out there and make some opportunities happen. You could also, like we said, be getting into a committed relationship. Maybe you've been dating and you feel like it's really been going well, and so you're ready to make an offer to somebody and say, this is how I want to continue. Or there could be just contracts that are coming up that you have to review as they relate to your love life. Maybe there is a relationship ending and now you're going to be moving into relationships that make you happier. So happiness is on the cards, but also some hard work. So if you're going to be relating to your finances and career, you may be spending some extra time in the office, maybe spending some extra time in front of the computer or just working hard. But all of that is going to be very positive for you, I think. And the Crow card says, look to the spiritual world to find answers. You may be feeling extra psychic, maybe in this time of Scorpio, you do feel that thin veil and you feel answers coming in, and you may be sensing things before they happen in your world right now. And either way, though, I feel like you are going to be your fiery leader self. You're going to be finding newness. The new moon in Aries does happen in the springtime. So as we move through the 6-month eclipse cycle, as you get around to the springtime, things could look a lot different than they do now. You may be in a new relationship at that time, and right now you're just dating people. But yeah, just focus on what's going to bring balance into your world. Focus on how you are going to be performing to your best ability, but also finding time to relax and making sure that there's fairness in your world. And if there is any contract or court work that you have to do, I feel like it's going to turn out to be in your benefit with all of these beautiful cups cards. I wouldn't worry about things too much, but just keep your eye on the prize and be sure to take the action when you have to. All right, well, that sounds good, Leo. Enjoy that. Next up, we're going to be moving on to Virgo. Virgo, let's talk a little bit about what planets you have working for you right now. We're going to be focusing on where the nodes are working for you this month. The South Node is going to be in your 3rd house of communication and things ruled by Gemini, community of things of that nature. And the North Node is going to be in your 9th house, the house of Sagittarius. So higher learning, philosophy, travel, etc. So let's get a romance angel to start for Virgo. And then we're going to be shuffling these cards. So yeah, so how does that look on the physical plane? Well, the South Node is what we're moving away from, and the North Node is what you're moving towards. So you may be looking of new ways to communicate. You could have been going through a learning cycle that you're shifting. Say you were in school, maybe be looking for a new school. or a new school of thought as it pertains to spirituality and higher learning. So what is your philosophy at this time? Maybe something that you're redoing. You may be looking at the way you used to communicate and relate with others and looking to do that in a new and different way at this time. All right. Bottom of the deck, when I cut, we have the Lovers card. So could be connecting with a Gemini. You may also be having a couple options as it relates to your love life right now. And if you have more than one option, you could be looking at who makes you feel the most like yourself. Who is a true soulmate for you right now? Yeah. So let's see here. Let's get a spirit animal for you. And so in your world at the bottom of the deck, when I cut, I had the Four of Swords. You may be thinking about things. Maybe there's something that you put to rest. Maybe it was an old lover that you aren't hanging out with as much anymore, or perhaps you went to a yoga class and met a new lover there. So seeing how it could work in either direction. Yeah, if you're looking to travel more or broaden your horizons right now, that's absolutely supported. It could be some surprises coming through. Maybe you found out that you get to go on a trip that you didn't know about, and that could be a way to expand your horizons. Perhaps you get to do some international travel or something exciting to that regard. The spirit animal I have for you is the elk. I see the elk here is standing under an eclipse. This is that strong fatherly-like energy. The romance angel I have for you is let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. And then we just need to get a moon card and we'll look at everything. All right, moon card for Virgo. So yeah, so you also have, you have Neptune in your 7th house. You could be dreaming of some fantasy type relationships that's been working with you for a while. The moon card I have, oh, I love it. And this has come out a couple times, which I'm not surprised about. We have expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. So the new moon eclipse that we just had was that South Node eclipse that was in your 3rd house. We do have the lunar eclipse that is coming up, but either way, powerful change. Be expecting a powerful change in your relationships for the month of November. The main energy I have for you, how beautiful, is the Ace of Cups. The past energy I have is death. Current energy, Queen of Pentacles. Future energy for Virgo, you have the 6 of Pentacles. So yeah, let's see, what does all of this mean for you? Well, if there was something that you were just on a pause for, it may start to gain some momentum now. We have the Ace of Cups. You feel a new sense of self-love. You feel like you are giving to yourself in a way that allows you to have extra to share with others. And when you have this new sense of self-love, it does fill your cup up, and then you can share your cup with somebody new. But could be new love coming in for you. It's just a new love opportunity. And if you've been putting a lot of effort into yourself, that's definitely going to be noticed by the universe. However, it didn't come without some changes. Like we said, expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. This new moon eclipse that we had in your 3rd house was in Scorpio, which represents the death card. So you could be connecting with a Scorpio right now. You may also be connecting with an earth sign, another Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn. Could be an earth sign female. But either way, you're feeling like whatever this change was that you went through, whatever this transformation that you've been through is now really working for your self-worth and confidence. You could be getting some extra money for work. It may be working well for you. Excuse me, I'm going to drink some water here for a second. Excuse me. Could be working well for you for your job. How is that going to relate to your future? Well, we have the 6 of Pentacles. Pardon me. We have the 6 of Pentacles in the future for you. And so it's going to be an equal balance of give and take. It's going to be a positive month for you financially. And if you have money coming in, it may be a good time to share it with others. You may be feeling like there's somebody that has shared something beautiful with you and you want to share something beautiful with them. This South Node eclipse was conjunct Venus. So how did that help you? Well, it seems to be that it's brought in a new sense of self-love. It's brought in a lot of confidence, and it's going to be bringing an opportunity for you to be sharing that with others. But the key phrase is here is let go of control issues. Let it flow naturally. That's what we're trying to do here. Just let it flow without trying to hold on too much to what may happen when you make a certain decision. So just being flexible, not having too many predetermined thoughts about how things may go. You have a strong male energy. It could be a strong Capricorn or another earth sign, but this may be a father type. Maybe you're connecting with your father and that's helping you in your relationships right now. Or maybe you're becoming a father. Perhaps you have a pregnant partner and they're going to have a baby and that makes you feel kind of crazy. And you're like, I'm just going to let it go. It's just whatever happens, happens. And that new soul in your life could be this new love that's coming in. So that sounds really lovely. And just know that the grounded earth element is going to be happening in a very positive way for you. To be feeling grounded, you're going to be making money, you're going to be looking good, and you're going to be feeling a lot of love. So I think that just sounds like a very beautiful November for you, Virgo. And I want to wish you just a lovely month ahead. And yeah, so next up, we're going to be, and it says just real quick, make sure you let this a situation unfold naturally. That just showed up for me again. So keep it natural, keep it grounded, and really enjoy this month, Virgo. All right, sounds good. And last but not least, we're going to be moving on to Libra. All right, Libra. Had a lot of exciting readings so far. So let's see what we're going to get for you this month. But this month, we are focusing on that total eclipse of the heart. And let's see what it's going to be doing for you in the areas of your life. Well, we have the South Node eclipse that just happened in your second house of self-worth and the house of Taurus, which represents beauty and sensuality and that which you can feel and experience with your five senses. So the South Node may be moving you away from experiences that you've had that has created who you are. And now you're trying to find a new thing. Maybe you want to go out to new restaurants. You want to redo your environment visually. You feel like listening to new music. There could be just a renewal in how you experience life and on the physical plane and how it relates to your Venusian world. So being ruled by Venus, the South Node eclipse did happen in Scorpio, and it was conjunct Venus. And so that eclipse happened with your ruling planet. So you may be feeling like your heart chakra has gone through a transformation, and which could be very beautiful. Bottom of the deck, when I cut, Six of Swords could be bringing some peace to your world, be moving on or moving forward in a way that it's just more peaceful for you. And maybe finding that you got that harmony that you've been looking for. The Six is a harmonious card. So there may have been some challenges that now are smooth sailing. And you may just put your worries in the back and just went on with your world. And now you're happy to experience peace on a deeper level. Bottom of the deck, when I cut, Four of Cups, maybe you're so peaceful you just don't feel like doing anything at all. Maybe a little bored. Maybe some boredom, just a little despondency. Maybe you don't feel like going out so much. You just feel like staying at home. We have the North Node in your 8th house. And so you could be suspending some extra time contemplating just life, the life circle. Maybe thinking about the transformation on a deeper plane. You may be deciding that you want to work on your will, or you could be deciding that you want to connect with some more occult type subject matters, like watching tarot readings, or just feeling a little bit more into that darker side, or into that scorpionic world. The romance angel, oh, sorry, the Moonology card I have for you is balance, spirituality, and practicality. So you could be connecting with a Pisces. The romance angel I'll pull now. Let's look at your main energy as we're pulling a romance angel. The main energy I have for Libra this month is the Queen of Swords. So you may also be connecting with an Aquarius, another Libra, or a Gemini. So yeah, you may just be feeling a little bit more serious, maybe thinking a lot about where you want your life to go right now. If you're connecting with an air sign female, or if this is you right now, just making sure that your words are kind. We don't want to be the cold-hearted bitch. We want to be a warm, intuitive person who makes decisions that are logical, but still is kind in doing so. There's two ways to be with the Queen of Swords. So making sure that if this is you, that you're using kind words, you're working with others in a way that allows them to feel confident and positive, and you are being fair to others. I love this card for you right now. Your romance angel we have is give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. Well, Libra, if anyone's good at working at partnerships, it's you, because you do rule the 7th house. And so partnerships may just be highlighted for you this month. And how you're working with partnerships certainly has to do with how you're feeling about yourself. Balancing spirituality and practicality means that we aren't going to be too much in our head, and we aren't going to be too much in our heart, and we aren't going to be out in the ethers, just dream world. We're going to be balancing it all. So finding balance. The past energy we have is the Princess of Wands. This is the Page of Wands. You may have had a lot of messages coming through, may have had to be the lead communicator as it comes to your relationship world right now, and speaking what's on your mind in a way that helps bring about change in a positive light. Oh, I love it. Your center energy is your card. So we're absolutely feeling more balanced this month. You're feeling into your own world. You're feeling like yourself. You've got the Justice card. You may have had to work through some court issues. You may have also had to work through some contracts of sorts, and those contracts may now be finalized. You may be signing some paperwork, which is going to lead you to, oh, love it, the Two of Cups. So maybe you're signing paperwork in court so that you can get married. That could be one example. Either way, the contracts that you have with others are going to be very much highlighted this month. And so making sure that as messages come through, that you're sticking to your guns, you're staying with your values right now. And if things just feel a little ho-hum, just know that we do need that downtime. Not every offer that comes to you is the one that you want to say yes to. So you may be saying no to a few things and doing so in a kind way. You just may not feel that you have the energy for it right now, or you don't want to go back to something that didn't work for you. If it comes back around, you're just going to have to decline. This is a great card. So last but not least, we're going to end with the Elephant, which is the most ominous card in the whole spirit animal deck. There could be just some things that you're breaking through. This represents the gateway to the root chakra, the Ganesh card. So Ganesh can help you break through that which has been holding you back. And if you feel like you need to have a breakthrough, you can do a meditation by clenching your hands and pulling and focusing on that which you need to break through. But regardless, the Elephant is going to bring you just some really positive next steps as you break through that which is holding you back. So if there's been a barrier in your way, the Elephant is going to help you break through that barrier and find the balance and justice you need so you can have those deeper relationships. So yeah, you could be getting into a commitment right now, and you've had to work through some of those harder areas where you may have been stuck. But now this month, it's really going to be balancing out and allowing you to have this beautiful relationship that you've been wanting. So relationships are going to be very positive for you. You're going to be giving your relationship for a chance and working on your partnership and saying no to that which does not interest you right now, which is just fine. But yeah, staying in that higher realm, staying balanced, looking to the symbols that spirit world is giving you right now could be offering you some really good opportunities to go deep and find some new ways to experience this lunar energy. So yeah, so I hope everybody really enjoyed their Eclipse of the Hearts reading. It's a very powerful time right now as we're sandwiched between the new moon solar eclipse and the full moon lunar eclipse. So I wish everybody a beautiful November, and I hope that you will come back and see me next month. And please subscribe if you have not already. And I will see you again soon for the lunar eclipse readings here on November 8th. Please subscribe to my channel for more Tantra and Tarot.